Hi, it's been a while since I posted a video. Been busy writing a Dutch book. We get so many questions, especially on the YouTube channel, which I find sometimes problematic. And I tell you why. Because we get questions, then we give an answer, but we almost never get a reply. And I find that really sad. It's also sometimes frustrating to put a lot of effort in the YouTube videos and we don't see a lot going on in the channel. But to give you an answer to the many questions we get, and the questions are, I feel out of breath, I'm manually thinking about breathing all day, I had COVID, I had anxiety, etc. I will give you some suggestions what you can do. First of all, when you have those issues, go to the website probreathing.com and test your breathing condition. This is really important and this is a first step. Then you know if there's something going on with your breathing or if there's something else going on. Well, most of the times there's something going on with your breathing and then you need to train your breathing. So on the YouTube channel, we have different videos on walking and taking steps with your breathing, close your nose, recovering your breathing by closing your nose, etc. But I think the first step to understand breathing in general is know your breathing condition. And secondly, you need to understand that the problem most of the times is that you breathe too much air in and out. It hasn't to do with the amounts of breathing you do per minute. It has to do with the amount of air you take in and out every minute. And since breathing is an unconscious process, you breathe probably too much. So by training your breathing, you start to breathe less. And then also you breathe less times per minute, but again, that's secondary. And then slowly you're going to feel better. But also understand, you need to train every day and at least 15 minutes. So if a client comes in our practice, and that can be live or through video meetings, almost everybody gets 1 hour per day training. And you need to do that. We have a central breathing center in the back of our head, and that needs to be adjusted. And it can only be adjusted if you take effort every day in the right way. And this video, I'm going to explain to you in simple and easy terms what is the baseline of that. Okay? So first of all, you need to understand what you're capable of at this moment. So for example, if you breathe 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out, is that doable for you? Also understand, if you breathe, you need to use your diaphragm. And if you breathe in, for example, your belly needs to go a little bit forward. If it's the other way around with you, then your diaphragm most of the time is contracted and you get that issue later on. So if that happens to you now, when you breathe in and your belly goes inwards, then you need to take care of your diaphragm first. It needs to loosen up. On the YouTube channel, you will have some videos as well where you can do exercises to loosen up your diaphragm. Okay? But let's start with the idea that if you breathe in and you pay attention to it, your belly can go a little bit forward. That's a good starting point. And I say a little bit because you do not need to hear yourself breathing. Especially men, if we're going to breathe, they're going to breathe like we're going to the gym. But that's not the idea. The idea is that you have a serene way of breathing. Relaxed. So if I breathe, you cannot hear myself breathing when I'm sitting down. Of course, when I run around, then you hear and see me breathing. But the idea is with training of your breathing, so breathing exercises, you need to breathe really quietly, really relaxed. That's a really important aspect. Okay, so let's check where you are now. We're going to do 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out, and just go with me. Check if you can do that. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe as it comes. Relax. And check, was that okay for you? If you have too much problems with this, I think you need more help than this simple video. But if it's okay for you, then a second step would be, you can do that later on, is to check if you can do 4 in and 6 out. But here comes 3 important aspects. 1, I mentioned earlier, you need to be relaxed. 2, if the frequency for now is, for example, 4 in and 6 out, you need to do with your body complete 4 seconds in, and you need to release the complete 6 seconds out. So, for example, when you're breathing in and you're full of air within 2 seconds, you use a lot of muscles to press in the air. So you need to relax more. But most people have the problems with 6 out. So let's say they're empty at 3 or 4 seconds out and they wait 2 seconds. Perhaps that's with you as well. So then you contract too much and you give too much pressure in your normal breathing out. So again, relaxation is then really important to focus at. So is your diaphragm doing its work? Slowly relaxed, yes. Am I breathing 4 seconds in? Yes. Can I do 6 seconds out? No. Okay, the next time, check, more relaxed. Can I do, and then you focus on 4 in and 6 out in this example. But if 4 in and 4 out is enough for you, then that's the frequency for you at this moment. So that's why I made about 300 or 400 videos in the last 16 years. I think it's even a lot more, by the way. Because not every person has the same trigger. So you need to find out yourself, what can you do at this moment? And then a third really important aspect is that you get what I call breathing hunger. And breathing hunger is kind of the feeling that you want to breathe more, but it's okay. If it's less than that, you will get a shortness of breath. And the other side, it's that when you're sitting like this, well, I don't feel any difference. I don't feel any breathing hunger or shortness of breath. It's okay for me. Okay, but then you're not training. And in this video, I'm trying to explain how you can improve your breathing condition, right? So you can take, for example, 3 times a day, 5 minutes of training. And then you do, for example, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. But you do need to have the breathing hunger all the time. If you have the breathing hunger, that's subtle. That's not hard working. It's not, you don't hear yourself breathe a lot. That's the objective. So if you breathe 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out, but you do not feel any breathing hunger, then you need to look at your breathing in. You need to kind of make it more passive, more relaxed. Really passive breathing in. So by doing that, you breathe in less air, and then you're probably going to feel at some point, now I want to breathe in a little bit more, but okay, I can manage. If you breathe even less, then you feel shortness of breath, and then you need to do it like this, okay? So that's what I call the sweet spot. You need to have the feeling of as relaxed as you can be. Have, for example, the frequency of 4-6, so you need to have the frequency which is right for you, and then you need to have the breathing hunger. So in my practice, I go from 4 in, 4 out to 4 in, 6 out to maximum 4 in and 8 out. Why 4 in and 8 out? Because that triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, which stands for relaxation, healing, etc. It also helps the vagus nerve. So it's really important to trigger that. But for most people, especially when you have breathing issues, that's a step too far away. And again, don't try to push yourself because you think, okay, I need to be there, so I'm going to do that, then I'm going quicker. No, you're not going quicker because it takes longer. So take your time. Be sure you do the practice right, relaxed. Then when you think, okay, 4 in, 4 out is okay, 4 in and 6 out is okay, then you can take a step in between. So 4 in and 8 out, then at some point too much, but then perhaps you can do 4 in and 7 out. So you can play around a little bit with that, but you need to have the sweet spot. And the sweet spot is that you're as relaxed as you can be, you do the frequency complete, and you have the breathing hunger. And this is the most essential aspect to improve your breathing condition. Okay? So this is I think the most important aspect to improve. So if I see a lot of young people, or they give reactions, they're at school. So if you're at school and you have problems with getting personal coaching or whatever, do this. You will feel a lot better. And by doing that, your breathing condition improves, and then the manual breathing aspect, sometimes more OCD, will most of the times disappear. You become more relaxed, etc. Okay? So if you find this video useful, please press like and subscribe to the channel, sorry. This will help the channel, and this will help, I think, all of us. Let me know how it's going, and I wish you a good day for now. Bye-bye.